They had no idea. No warning. No chance. The rulers of Earth for 165 million years, gone in a single day. Not by disease, not by evolution, not by slow extinction, by fire, by darkness, by a rock from space that moved faster than sound. The sky splits open. A second sun appears on the horizon, brighter than anything you have ever seen. The air begins to burn, explodes, and in 60 seconds, the entire world is ash. This is not science fiction. This actually happened. And scientists now know it will happen again. The only question is when. "66 million years ago, late Cretaceous period. Earth looks nothing like the planet you know. No humans, no cities, no civilization. The Yucatan Peninsula is not land. It is a shallow tropical sea, crystal clear water stretching for hundreds of miles. The entire planet is a greenhouse. No ice caps exist anywhere. Palm trees grow at the North Pole. The atmosphere is thick with oxygen. Everything grows larger here. This is the age of giants, and the giants are everywhere. Morning breaks over the coastal plains of North America. The air smells of wet earth and flowering cycads. A herd of triceratops moves through a forest of prehistoric ferns. 20 massive adults. A dozen juveniles following close behind. Each one weighs 3 tons. Horns longer than a human body curve from their skulls. They are built like living tanks. Almost nothing can kill them. Almost. Above them, watching from the shadows, a predator waits. Tyrannosaurus Rex. 9 tons of pure killing power. Jaws that can crush bone like breadsticks. Teeth the length of kitchen knives. She has been hunting this herd for 3 days, waiting for a weak one. Predators are patient. She watches. She waits. This is a normal day. One of billions of perfectly normal days. The dinosaurs have ruled this planet longer than any creature before or since. 165 million years of dominance. They are the most successful land animals in the history of Earth, and they have absolutely no reason to think today is any different. But high above the atmosphere, beyond the clouds, beyond the sky itself, something is coming. Something that has been traveling through the void for 4 billion years. And it is aimed directly at them. The asteroid. Scientists call it the Chicxulub impactor, a mountain of rock and metal tumbling through space, 6 miles wide, weighing trillions of tons. It has been wandering the solar system since before Earth had oceans. For eons, it drifted harmlessly, until now. Gravity has pulled it into a collision course with Earth, with the exact worst place it could possibly hit. It is traveling at 45,000 miles per hour, 20 times faster than a bullet, and the dinosaurs below, eating breakfast, raising young, hunting prey. They have no concept of what is about to happen. No telescopes to see it coming, no warnings. They simply exist, unaware that in a few hours, their entire world will end. Across the plains of Montana, a different scene unfolds. A herd of Edmontosaurus grazes peacefully near a winding river. Duck-billed dinosaurs, 30 feet from nose to tail. They travel in massive groups for protection, hundreds of them moving together. Nearby, a few Ankylosaurus graze alone, living battle tanks, armored backs covered in bony plates. Even Tyrannosaurus will not attack them. The river runs cold and clear. Fish leap for insects. Ancient turtles bask on sun-warmed rocks. This ecosystem has functioned perfectly for millions of years. Balanced, stable, eternal, or so it seems. But eternity is an illusion, and their time is almost up. The asteroid enters Earth's atmosphere. It does not slow down. Most meteors burn up from friction. This one is different. 6 miles of solid rock and metal, moving so fast that air cannot get out of its way. The atmosphere compresses in front of it. The temperature reaches 20,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of the sun. The asteroid becomes a fireball, a glowing sphere of death 6 miles wide. Screaming toward the surface at impossible speed, it is visible from 1,000 miles away. Animals across an entire continent look up. A second sun falling from the sky, getting brighter, getting closer. The Triceratops herd stops grazing. They lift their massive heads. The Tyrannosaurus emerges from the trees. She tilts her enormous skull upward. The Edmontosaurus in Montana raise their snouts, hundreds of eyes fixed on the same impossible sight. They have no concept of danger from above. Every threat they have ever known comes from the ground, never from the sky. So they simply watch, mesmerized by the beauty of their own extinction. Seconds remain. Impact. The asteroid strikes the shallow sea off the coast of Yucatan. It does not splash into the water. It simply punches through. The ocean vaporizes on contact. Billions of gallons turn to steam instantly. The asteroid hits bedrock at 45,000 miles per hour. It buries itself 25 miles deep. Into the crust, nearly to the mantle of the Earth. In 1 second, it releases energy equivalent to 100 million megatons, 2 million times more powerful than the largest nuclear weapon ever built. The rock itself ceases to exist, vaporized, converted instantly to plasma. The temperature at ground zero exceeds 18,000 degrees. A crater begins forming, not slowly, instantly. The ground rebounds, creates a mountain peak 20 miles high. It exists for less than 10 seconds before collapsing. The final crater measures 110 miles across, 12 miles deep, but the crater is nothing. The real destruction has only just begun. 1 minute after impact, a shockwave expands in all directions, a wall of compressed atmosphere moving at supersonic speed. Invisible. Unstoppable. Death incarnate. Within seconds, it reaches the coastline. Every tree within 500 miles explodes. Not falls down, explodes, ripped apart by pure overpressure. Animals are shredded before they can even react. The shockwave continues outward, 800 miles, 1,000 miles. The Triceratops herd, dead. The Tyrannosaurus, dead. The Ankylosaurus, dead. Every single dinosaur within 1,000 miles, killed in minutes. But they are the fortunate ones. They die instantly. The rest of the world will suffer. 3 minutes after impact, the fireball rises into the sky, a tower of superheated plasma climbing into the stratosphere. It reaches 60 miles high. Then beyond, it touches the edge of space itself. Glowing brilliant orange and red. Thermal radiation floods outward. moving at the speed of light. The Edmontosaurus herd in Montana, over 1,500 miles away, looks up. They see a new sun on the horizon. Beautiful, lethal. Their skin begins to blister. The heat arrives before any sound. The air temperature jumps 300 degrees in seconds. The forest around them ignites, not gradually. Everything catches fire at exactly the same moment. Trees, grass, animals, spontaneous combustion on a continental scale. The Edmontosaurus stampede, but there is nowhere to run. The entire world is burning. They collapse from heat exhaustion. Their lungs cook from breathing superheated air. They die confused, terrified, not understanding why the sky has turned against them. 13 minutes after impact, the ejecta begins to fall. Millions of tons of vaporized rock, thrown into space by the force of impact. It comes down everywhere. Glowing fragments rain from the sky. Each one is a meteor. They strike the ground like bombs, starting fires wherever they land. North America, Europe, Africa, Asia, the entire planet becomes a meteor shower. A Quetzalcoatlus soars over what will one day be Texas, the largest flying animal ever to exist. Wingspan of 40 feet, master of the skies. She sees the glowing rocks falling. The sky fills with streaking fire. There is no safe direction. A chunk of superheated stone clips her wing. She spirals downward, crashes into a burning forest below. The age of flight ends in flames. 1 hour after impact, the mega tsunami. The impact displaced trillions of gallons of water. A wave forms, over a mile high, a moving mountain of water traveling at 600 miles per hour. It strikes the Texas coastline. The wave pushes 50 miles inland. Nothing survives, all swept away like dust. When the water recedes, only bedrock remains. The tsunami circles the Gulf, races across the Atlantic to Africa. Every coastline on Earth experiences waves hundreds of feet high. Marine reptiles are thrown onto land. Land animals are dragged into the sea. The boundary between ocean and shore erased. 6 hours after impact, the sun disappears. Not because it sets, because the sky is gone. Trillions of tons of debris fill the atmosphere. Pulverized rock, vaporized ocean, sulfur, ash. They form a cloud that encircles the entire planet, darker than any night. The temperature begins to plummet, 10 degrees by nightfall, 20 degrees by morning. Photosynthesis stops. Plants need sunlight. Without it, they starve. In the oceans, phytoplankton die first, within days. The entire food chain collapses. Small fish die. Larger fish die. Marine reptiles die. The ocean becomes a graveyard. 1 week later, total darkness. No stars, no moon, no sun, just cold. The temperature drops 50 degrees globally. In the tropics, it snows for the first time in 100 million years. Dinosaurs are cold-blooded reptiles. They cannot generate their own body heat. As the planet freezes, they slow down. Movement becomes impossible. They lie down where they stand and simply stop. The great Tyrannosaurus, the mighty Triceratops, the towering sauropods, all dying, not from violence, from cold, from darkness. 6 months after impact, the impact winter continues. Darkness, cold, death. Every dinosaur larger than 50 pounds is extinct. Every pterosaur, gone. Every marine reptile, gone. 165 million years of evolution, erased. 75% of all life on Earth, extinct. But not everything dies. Small mammals emerge from underground burrows. Rat-like creatures that survived by hiding. By being small, birds survive. Descendants of feathered dinosaurs. Crocodiles survive, able to hibernate for months. Turtles, sharks, frogs, the meek inherit the earth, not through strength, through luck. 1 year later, The dust settles, sunlight returns, the temperature rises, rain falls again, plants sprout from dormant seeds, the earth heals. But it is a different earth. The giants are gone. The age of dinosaurs is over. The age of mammals begins. And eventually, humans. 66 million years later, we found the crater, buried beneath jungle and limestone, but still there. A perfect circle 110 miles wide, the scar of extinction. We drilled into it, found melted rock, found iridium concentrations 10,000 times higher than normal. Iridium is rare on Earth, but common in asteroids. The proof is undeniable. An asteroid killed the dinosaurs. But here is what haunts every scientist who studies this. It almost did not happen. If the asteroid had arrived 30 minutes earlier, it hits the Atlantic. Deeper water, less extinction. If it arrived 30 minutes later, it hits the Pacific. Same result. The dinosaurs survive. Their extinction came down to 30 minutes. A cosmic accident. And we exist only because of that accident. If the dinosaurs survive, mammals stay small. No primates, no humans. Every person who has ever lived exists because of that rock. We are not the pinnacle of evolution. We are the lucky survivors of someone else's apocalypse. And here is the terrifying truth. It will happen again. NASA tracks over 30,000 near-Earth asteroids. One will eventually hit. Not if, when. The universe does not care about us. It did not care about the dinosaurs. They ruled for 165 million years. We have existed for 300,000 years. We are infants, and we think we are safe. We think we are different. The dinosaurs thought that too, right up until the moment. The sky caught fire, and everything ended, forever. The last day of the dinosaurs started like any other day, normal, peaceful, safe. And then the world ended in fire and darkness. That day is not ancient history. It is a warning, written in stone, waiting for us to remember that we are not permanent, that dominance is temporary, that the universe can erase us in seconds.